Can I just say how absolutely shameless our boy Wangnan is? And I'm not saying that as an insult. It's wonderful. The number of times I have watched, especially in horror movies, just sometimes you gotta go low. You gotta put yourself at the other person's feet and just say, listen, I value my life and I want to make it. So, evil person saying, oh, we're gonna go slaughter. Yep, absolutely. I'm ready. I'll go get my pitchfork. The fact that he's like, listen, I think he ranked, like, he was like at 10, give or take. And it's like looking like, everyone's getting read off of their like power level here. And he's at like number 10 out of 12 when we first see it. So, top 8, he wasn't gonna pass. And when our boy Bam comes in, yeah, sure, he's under a fake name, give or take, but comes in and gets 130,000. I thought, I was gonna play it safe. I thought 50,000. I was like, 80,000 is probably gonna be really where it's at. No, 130,000. Just beautiful, beautiful animation, and it's the fact that Bam gets to pick, right? Like, hey, who do you want to climb the tower with you? And my boy's like, you want me to lick your feet? I'll lick your feet. The fact that he willingly got on, and then just the collective, like, it was very clear who was probably going to first side around him. There was that, like, mom, aunt, babysitter, I don't know what the hell she's supposed to be, and that girl. Like, it was very clear who some of the characters approaching were going to be. And I just loved it. It was such a... Because it's not like he immediately shoots it down either, right? Like, they go for like 5 minutes or so of people like, basically selling themselves of why you should pick him or her, and he's like, nah. Bring on the next episode. I have full live reactions over on Patreon if you want to see my full and good thoughts to any of these Tower of God episodes. It's going to be over there exclusively. Oh, I love this. I would actually say I enjoyed this way more than the first. Now, I do want to bring something up, and then after that, we're probably not going to talk about the rest of the season. I was actually pleasantly surprised because there was obviously the controversy with the art style shift. Obviously, there's going to be the people who will say, oh, it's now more in line with the new art style with the webtoon and all that other stuff. But I mean, there was some heated ass debates before this show even came back about the new style. I went and I didn't rewatch, but I looked at fights and I skimmed episodes of season 1. And I would personally say, I do agree with the sentiment that Season 1 had a more unique and interesting art style. However, Season 2 has better animation. Now, some people might actually prefer the new look of Season 2, whether because it's closer to the source or this or that. I just think Season 1 was one of the most visually creative in the past few years of anime, 100%. However, while I don't think Season 1 was badly produced, like some people used to argue when I was covering Season 1, I do think the animation, especially the glimpse we got, with, just the eruption of aura or last week's action, I do think the animation, but you could absolutely nitpick art direction and stuff, I think, in this episode. But I just want to throw that out there. I'm of the belief, I'm happy Tower of God's back. I'm going to have a great time. If it looked like Season 1 with, this type of animation, I would have been absolutely 100% happy camper, but I'm still just glad to be back. But I just wanted to throw that out there because I did want to take a look because I didn't want to just go off my own memory. I think that'd be unfair of me to just be like, oh, people are overreacting. So I actually do side with kind of both sides of the fandom to some degree, but that's just me. Now, we have an interesting episode. So last week, it's a good thing the buzzer went off because Wangnan, he would have been dead, I'm pretty sure. So Thug Life Bam over here is basically just... after getting pushed by Rachel, clearly some shit happened, and the Thug Life, it chose him. He didn't choose it. And to just have, I don't know, Chicken Lover? This dude had like a shirt that said like Chicken Lover or something. I don't know. It was something else. So everyone just kind of like is getting their like shit read, and obviously certain characters are, you're like, yeah, that makes total sense. When you can trip and fall and you get that ridiculous of a reading, what's your actual attack looking like? Prince was a bit of a douchebag, and by a bit I mean a major D-bag. I was thinking to myself, I was like, if Bam has to pick, I was like, who is he gonna pick? He's probably gonna pick like the weakest people so he could quickly eliminate them or something. So I was like, okay, Prince definitely ain't gonna make it, but dude's rich enough that he can just probably skip the line again if he really needs to. I think it's very clear that Bam's probably gonna have to be forced to pick, or even if like he doesn't have to pick and they'll pick for him, like whatever they're about to do in terms of like the bet was made, like, hey, if you win, you can climb this shit solo. if you lose, you gotta take a team. And he's like, okay, bet. So I'm interested. I definitely hope Bam loses, so he has to have a team, and it'll be very fun to see who's probably some of the more obvious picks to be chosen. But it will be interesting, because I think he's going to be able to, because if it is up to him to pick, I think he will pick probably the weakest people, or some of the people who will be easy for him to eliminate, because for him, at the end of the day, what is his mission? You know, everyone's thinking he's rocking some cosplay over here with the Fug Life, and he's like, nah, this is all legit, I'm gonna go kill Jahad. And I'm like, the fact that you so just casually admit that out loud is fantastic. Now, obviously, there's, I can kind of see, like, if it wasn't on the poster, right? If it wasn't on the poster, and, you know, it was like Wangnan, some other characters, like, it's impossible not to realize it's Bam. And apparently in the... I had mixed responses on this. Some people being like, actually, yeah, it did last a little more in the webtoon before you realize. Other people saying, actually, it was pretty quick that it was obvious it was Bam. So I think just different people had different experiences of how to realize if that was Bam or not. Like I said last week, it's like the difference of when, you know, we were reading Attack on Titan Monthly and we're like, we're pretty sure that's Eren, but we don't have VAs. We have a singular panel. We're like, wait a second, does he have long hair now, right? It's very different in an anime form, so it's very clear. Especially, you know, just having all that alone, add in the Rachel flashbacks, come on now, we ain't a blind man, right? So I actually appreciate that, you know, clearly at face value there's like this fake identity. Hell, this girl's thinking that he's a girl. I just think he decided why the hell not. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised, though, if the long hair is, like, a cover-up, like, if his identity at face value is saying girl or something. I'm not sure, though. But either way, just, like, there's so many things I want to see, but surprisingly, and this has to really commend Tower of God's writing right now, the fact that Wangnan is probably my most anticipated thing in this season right now, just because this character... I love, like, the drive to climb the tower and doing whatever it takes. You want me to lick your boots, sir, to climb this tower? I will do so. And it's like, honestly, I just can't help but respect the fact that he's willing, because if he fails here, life's over, right? Sometimes you just need an odd duo, and I think Imposter Bam and Wangnan and his Pokeballs are definitely going to be a powerhouse team. But, let me know what you thought down below, because honestly, I enjoyed this one more than the first. Maybe it helps because now I'm like properly back-seated. I'm, you know, back in the Tower of God train. But I don't know, I just actually enjoyed the test taking and then just the out-of-pocketness of Bam, like letting everyone grovel at his feet to say, nah, I'm good. Fantastic. Let me know what you're feeling down below. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here. Of course, ring that bell, and like I mentioned, we got those full live reactions over on Patreon. And hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. Alright, so today we got Amy, Alcium, Coasty944, Joseph, Blue Wizard, Annoying Waffle, and we also have Jamaboos. I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. Y'all have a good one.